The Nubian Bootscooters. Vanessa Bailey and the Nubian Bootscooters are a premier line dance group who perform throughout the greater Los Angeles area. Started by line dance instructor Vanessa Bailey in 1991, the Bootscooters perform a vast repertoire of dance routines, line dance, ballroom, stepping, cha-cha and salsa, to a variety of music, including country, soul, R&B, blues, hip-hop and more. They have performed at the Black Business Expo, the Bill Pickett Rodeo, the Gene Autry Museum, and many other special venues and events. They have also been featured with Mike Mann and the Night Riders, the country music band, known as Cowboy Soul. Vanessa and I met at the Crush Bar in 1996, by Sylvia Norman. I was at work after hours one evening, listening to the radio, where I heard an announcement about a venue in Hollywood that hosts country music night on Thursdays. My first visit to the Crush Bar was magical. As soon as I walked in, I discovered country line dancing, and completely fell in love. I got out on the dance floor and tried to follow whomever I could in my efforts to learn. I couldn't wait to go back next Thursday. My second visit was just as magical. After a short while of being on the dance floor, once again determined to learn this new kind of dancing I was fascinated with, in walks a lady wearing a beautiful smile and dressed country style, lighting up the place. Everyone was calling out her name, greeting her. I stopped in my tracks and wondered aloud to myself, who is this? There were only a couple of us there to begin with, and this lady seemed to command the place. I was impressed to say the least. She had a warmth and a friendliness about her, and the next thing I knew, we were talking. She told me she was a line dance instructor, and invited me to come to her class, and she would teach me how to line dance. She gave me a ride home, and even though we had just met that night, I felt as if we had known each other for a long time. I had been attending Vanessa's line dance class at the Good Shepherd Manor, as a regular student for quite some time after we first met. This lady was so talented. Not only was she a line dance instructor, but a square dancer, and the founder of a country soul line dance group called the Nubian Bootscooters. One evening after class, Vanessa had a discussion with the group members about an upcoming performance they were scheduled for, and what their attire would be. A little while into this discussion, Vanessa looked at me and said, "Sylvia, do you have red jeans?" I didn't, but my answer to Vanessa was yes, and purposed in my mind that the first thing I was going to do tomorrow was go find me a pair of red jeans. I wasn't about to forfeit a chance to dance with the Nubian Bootscooters, because of something I didn't have. From that time on, whenever the Bootscooters were performing, Vanessa would automatically include me, and after a few more performances with the group, I came to realize that wow, I am a Nubian Bootscooter. No fanfare, no ceremony, no fireworks. I guess Vanessa was just pleased with my dancing. This was a thrill for me because at that time, I was a brand new line dancer, and had never performed with a group before, so I hadn't expected to be chosen to be a part of this prestigious group. I take great pride in being a Nubian Bootscooter, and consider this as one of the highlights of my life. A shining opportunity, a chance to travel, see different places, meet all kinds of people, wear exciting outfits, perform alongside a great group of ladies, have fun, and do what I absolutely love doing, line dancing. Today, I call Vanessa Bailey my line dance mentor, and I'm very proud of our 25-year friendship. Thank you, Vanessa, for making this incredible journey possible for me. 25 years later, we're still dancing, and the journey continues. Bootscooter Rosilyn McDow. The first time I ever saw Vanessa was at the Bill Pickett Rodeo in Burbank. It was an outing for my Girl Scout troop. The group performed at halftime. I was amazed and excited at the same time. To see black women of all sizes wearing Western clothing and dancing to country music was awesome. I told myself one day I'ma do that. It wasn't until a year or two later I had the chance to actually meet Vanessa at the rodeo in the City of Industry. The arena was open, no cover at the time. I wasn't aware the Bootscooters were the entertainment. Vanessa just happened to walk by, and I recognized her. I said to Gail, "That's the lady from Burbank." I ran from the bleachers to catch up with her, 'cause she was truly walking fast. Vanessa gave me the information about her class at the church on 54th. I was so excited, I told Gail we had to go shopping and get us a cowboy hat and boots, 'cause we fixin' to learn how to dance. Eventually Vanessa told us about the Culver Saloon on Friday nights, and it was a good place to practice our dances with a live band. Vanessa and I have been together ever since. I know we celebrated our birthday together at the saloon. Vanessa was turning 50 and I was turning 40. If I'm not mistaken, I'm one of the newest Bootscooters, although I was a Bootscooter in my heart. Everywhere the Bootscooters went, I was there. I was the Bootscooters' personal one-woman fan club. I loved it when Vanessa had audience participation. I would always pretend I was a part of the group. Although I didn't have the confidence, and I wasn't a great dancer like Ms. Lucy and Sylvia, the ladies always made me feel comfortable when I danced. I remember when Vanessa texted me and asked me to join the group. I read the text several times and I actually felt she made a mistake. I just knew that text was for someone else. Not me. For real. I was honored but reluctant at the same time. Didn't know if I could live up to Vanessa's expectations, and if I had what it took to be a Bootscooter. Oh, I was so proud when I got my Nubian Bootscooter shirt with my name on it. I cried. I was finally a part of something that made me feel good about myself. My confidence level increased, my dancing skills improved, and I was with the best of the best, Vanessa, and the Nubian Bootscooters. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I am the original Nubian Bootscooter, and we celebrate 30 this year. There have been a few Bootscooters since 1991, and, as you know, life happens. Some moved away, some started other groups, some are ancestors now, but these two ladies have stood the test of time and I appreciate them so much. I'd also like to recognize an honorary Nubian Bootscooter, Marvelous Melba Edwards. She has been a huge supporter, and if you notice in the video, you'll see Melba dancing and kicking up her heels at many of our performances. This International Women's Month, I give respect to these three powerful women. Sensational Sylvia Norman, Radiant Rosilyn McDow, and Marvelous Melba Edwards. Thank you for rolling with a sister.